Let's take a look at number 13. It says use graph of f of x equal absolute value of x to identify the graph of f of x equal absolute value of x minus 3 minus 2. Well, to begin with, let's review our basic graphs. We have y is equal to x, which basically looks like that. We have y is equal to x squared, which, well, probably not out that far, but that's good enough. We have y is equal to x to the third, which looks like that. We have y is equal to square root of x, which looks like that. And y is equal to absolute value of x, which is our V-shaped graph. Now these are the standard 5 that's in about every college algebra book. And then they oftentimes throw an additional one in there. The current one we're using throws in a cube root of x. When you watch this, we may be onto a different one. But those first 5 are kind of standard. If you're going in mathematics, these are ones you should be able to sketch down without having to pick up your graphing calculator. Now, if this is your last math class, then that's fine. Now, if we have numbers at the end or numbers inside with the x, it's going to shift. And that's what this problem is referring to. We got f of x is equal to the absolute value of x minus 3 minus 2. Now, I know it's going to look like this V shape, but what problem was this? This was 13. The number here at the end, if the number's at the end or at the very beginning, it's up or down. So this is negative minus 2, so this is down 2. If the number's inside with the x, then it's going to be left or right, and it's going to be opposite of what you think. The negative 3 makes us think it goes left 3, so it's really going to go right 3. So for this particular graph, I know it's going to be down 2 and right 3. So the entire graph is shifted, down 2 and right 3. So our resulting graph will look something like that. See which one that matches. Looks like B is in Bill. So let's go look. 13B. And that matches. Okay, let's say you didn't remember that about the shifts. The reason why I give you these other basic graphs is you could have any of them on a final exam. The important part is just knowing what these numbers do. Numbers at the very end, up or down. Number inside with the x is left or right, opposite what you think, unless you think backwards. So let's graph this. I'm going to come here and press y equals. I'll press clear. I want the absolute value, so press math, and a right arrow num, and ABS is our first one. And then I want to put in x minus 3. Now on a normal TI-84, I got one of the newer ones here with this emulator. With a normal TI-84, you have to put a closing parentheses here at this point. And then on mine, I just have to do a right arrow key. You don't have to do the right arrow key. You just put a closing parentheses at that point. And then minus 2. And then graph. And we get the same result. Now, if you want to see what it would look like if you had one of those normal ones, if I press mode, it's down here somewhere. Is math, PR, go to format, answers auto. I think it's this one. Instead of math print, I want classic. So I right arrowed over to it and pressed enter. And do a second mode. And let me show you the steps then. Press y equals, press clear. We'll do math, right arrow to num, enter on ABS, and x minus 3. And you have to put a closing parentheses, and then minus 2. And graph. And we get the same result.